you cuddle. Barrels like tunnels, don't even mumble. I'm back to ballin', I'm in the back full of only. Pull on the scene and the queen playing Pastor Troy. Ready turkey, spaghetti, and castor oil. That's turn your guillotine to a fashion show. In 4 minutes, I turn this into forensics in a foreign car with a foreign. It's long-winded, paper long, and you taking long. You just don't get it. On the phone up on Say Tony, want a song with me. Hotter than Mississippi, the summer of the 1950s. In a van full of some white. Get pulled over for swerving like hi, officer. When he asked me why I was swerving, I'm swerve, officer.
I can make it bounce by myself. 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 I can make it bounce by myself.
Got a mansion, a condo, a cabin, I sleep in my phantom. Dancing with the stars to the Star-Spangled Banner. I change your channel, I change your pattern, I ring your Saturn. I your madam, she get and I shake the ladder. I make her and gather and calculate the data.
Thank you, Larry. We welcome everyone to the Music City, just a stone's throw from the Country Music Hall of Fame. We are at Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the New York Giants and the Tennessee Titans. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. They come out here in the I. Rodgers now on first down. And it's complete to Ladarius Green. 10 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be a New York first.
The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Rodgers now on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Jurrell Casey breaking through to get him for a loss of 7.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
On second down, here's Rodgers. And it's caught over the middle by the tight end Green. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be third down.
And that's the kind of pass that adds up over time, Brandon. You may not have picked up a first down there, but if you keep chipping away at it, eventually big plays may result.
So a 3rd and 8. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
And he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 12. And that leads to a New York first down.
Anytime a team goes on the road, there's always that little bit of fear that maybe they can be affected by the hometown crowd. But this is where game planning really came into play. They talked about it all week. Go in there, establish yourselves. Well, that run right there, that slows down the crowd and gives them a lot of confidence.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Brian Orakpo from his outside linebacker spot. He comes up to drop him for a loss of 10. And there they bring pressure from the inside, and they get home.
Yeah, hard to block everyone, isn't it? And on this play, someone did not get blocked. He's the one who got home.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 yards on the run there, but it'll leave him with a definite 3rd and long on the horizon.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. He'll dump it off to Procise. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. And Crosby puts it through, but there is a penalty marker down. They might be forced to try this one again. So it goes down as an 8-play drive, and they cap it with the field goal. Yeah, they were able to pick up a few first downs along the way, but they couldn't keep the momentum going all the way into the end zone. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him. Now this will be the 9th play on this drive. They run with Ajayi. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a Giant jumped early. It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete. Now, they've got to be a little frustrated here to not complete that on 3rd down after having such a long drive going.
Hey, you're talking about going over 70 yards on the drive. Yeah, did you say a little frustrated?
Very frustrated.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I'm very frustrated. There's no doubt about it. They thought they were going to have a chance to cash in the end zone. Now it looks like it's likely a field goal attempt.
And Crosby puts it through. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. And, Charles, they get the field goal. Took them a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. To return, this is Mark Mariani. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. first down throw for Mariota. And his first pass is incomplete. Now here's the first carry for DeMarco Murray. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
When I watch a run like that, I always think of DeMarco Murray, the Oklahoma version of DeMarco Murray back in college, because he could do it all. Run, catch, return game. His only problem was staying healthy. That was my worry about him coming into the league. And when he has been healthy in the NFL, he's been one of the top backs in the game.
He was healthy on that run. 65 touchdowns, by the way, setting a record while he was at Oklahoma. A gain of 3, second down. Second down following the run. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
2 yards to go here on third down. They run with a rookie. Here's Henry. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. And runs like that, those are the ones that got Mr. Henry that Heisman Trophy a year ago.
Not only is he big, strong, fast, I love his agility and his vision. That's the reason he piles up the yards, and he definitely doesn't shy away from carries.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL. And a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
Still back there. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. So oftentimes you see defensive holding. Here it's offensive holding for the flag. They'll try to throw now. Mariota. He finds Douglas complete. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. A play fake to Murray. Now Mariota. He's got time in the pocket. Look at the time. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's fourth down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas,
a little tired, and if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
And he's brought down. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
This is Ajayi. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with the football here as we begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 4 to start things out. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. And it's caught over the middle by the tight end Green. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. Well, so much for all the time that you spend in practice, because for offensive linemen and running backs to get in sync, that requires a ton of practice time, a ton of watching tape together, a ton of really getting to where you're thinking with one mind on every single play that's called, every single run, because you want to know how your guy's going to block it. They want to know how he's going to run it, what kind of cuts he's going to make, and it's really anticipatory. And when you're really locked in together, you know what he's going to do before he actually does it. On this play, that didn't happen at all, and that turned into a big loss.
Well, Charles, I know last night at the hotel we were going over injuries around the league and then looking at the quote-unquote next man up and who has really stepped in to fill some big shoes this year. Who'd you have down?
Well, Cleveland, it hasn't paid off for them yet, but 6 different guys have thrown passes for them so far. They've got to settle on a starter that they really like. How about in Dallas? I think that's the ultimate one right there. Dak Prescott stepping in for Tony Romo. Kansas City's had a carousel of running backs with the injury to Jamal Charles.
And one more in Denver. DeMarcus Ware returned in Week 9, but when he was out, who stepped up?
Shane Ray, their first-round draft pick in 2015.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. It's caught. Nelson. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
To the sideline, and a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
And they still need 8 yards for the first here on 2nd down. Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. Finding time. His throw caught at about the 5. And he's brought down after a good gain. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Rodgers again now. Trying to drop one in, but it's incomplete. They were trying to get the connection with a former Buckeye, Braxton Miller. That'll bring up 2nd down. Second down following the incompletion. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. An extra defensive back on the field here for third and goal. Rodgers now on third and goal. He's got time. Great protection. And now another one thrown incomplete. And for the second time this half, on comes the field goal unit here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Crosby puts it through, and that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So that scores now on their first 2 possessions, but it's 6-0. Probably not the kind of scores they were hoping for.
No, not at all, but I think that they've shown that they can have some success against this defense. So they'll go back to the sideline knowing the points are going to be there for the taking.
After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. This fielded at the 2. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover, and wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it. Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. They go with Murray again. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up.
It's been a struggle this entire game trying to move the ball on the ground, but every now and then you find a little chink in the armor, and that type of run right there lets them know that they can't stop every single run for almost no gain.
On third down, Murray. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Murray, the lone setback. And he'll get it up the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 13 on the pickup there. And that'll be good for a Tennessee first.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw 2 tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and he ran the ball successfully behind that power set. The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
On second down, here's Henry. And he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
You don't have to be a finished product to show some pretty good glimpses of what could be in this league, and we just saw an example of it on that nice run there. When I looked at him coming out of college, I saw a guy with raw, terrific ability. I couldn't wait to see how it was going to be harnessed and polished up in the NFL. In fact, some people thought he could play a little slot receiver as well as run the football. This guy has the ability to be a big-time player with more seasoning.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll be second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now a second down run for Murray. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They run with Murray. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
They come out here in the eye. On first down, Murray. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain could look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Now we've got movement up front. I think this is going to be on the Titans. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. And the seemingly endless drive continues. They'll try to throw now. Mariota. This will be caught inside the 10. And he's brought down. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
Love the call by the offensive coordinator, recognizing the situation very well, calling for the play-action pass, and completing it.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. That's caught at the 1. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
2nd down, Mariota. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
Now from back at the 5, this is 3rd and goal. Now we've got movement up front. I think this is going to be on the Titans.
Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
So the sack means it's 3rd and goal now from the 10.
Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island. Check A2.
3rd and goal. decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. So on 4th down, here's the Tennessee field goal unit led by Ryan Suckup. And Suckup will put this one right through. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So a 15-play drive. Can't believe that only resulted in 3, but it did.
That is somewhat amazing, isn't it? When you hold the ball that long, run offense that well, yet only put 3 points on the board, it has to be a little bit of a disappointment, doesn't it?
Has to. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They set up the screen to Ajayi. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Play fake here on 1st down. Surveying the field. Completion left side to Miller. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 39. And Crosby puts it through. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? Here's Mariani. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Throwing, Mariota. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Well, I got to tell the story this morning of us going to get breakfast at the hotel in the omelet line. The young man serving the omelets had on a Jay Ajayi jersey. He claimed he thinks he's the best running back in the league right now. There might be a few above him. What do you think? Maybe a few above him, but I like his enthusiasm. And you did notice that the purchase tag was still on it because that was recent after the 200-yard games Ajayi had. But think about it this way. This was the question mark running back group. Zeke Elliott, a rookie. David Johnson out of Arizona, was he as good as what we saw at the end of last year? Melvin Gordon coming off of the knee injury of last season? I mean, you're talking about a bunch of great runners who are having years that maybe we didn't expect. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down. They have 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on third down. A play fake to Murray. Now Mariota. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now, in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep. I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot. Pressure comes, and the Giants block it. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they look to add to that lead. And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points. And to get a little more cushion. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. They send Thomas out to the right by himself. Now Rodgers throwing on second down. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 3. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one? The tight end, but not there. Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle? Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. And that is incomplete. Thomas, the intended target. And it's 4th down. On 3rd and 1, I think everyone in the stadium thought they'd try and run the football there, but they tried to surprise the defense and hit something through the air. Instead, it results in an incompletion. So now on 4th down, Rodgers will give way to Mason Crosby for the field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Crosby puts it through, and the lead stretches to 9. It's now 12-3. So making 4 out of 4 now in the field goal department, and he's able to extend their lead. When drives are bogged down, he's been automatic out there. So nice to have a kicker you can count on to put points on the board. After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend. I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before.
Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
Watch tight end. 4 down, 4 down. Check. 4 down, 4 down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a 3rd and about 9 to go. And you would have to think an obvious passing situation here on 3rd and 9. On 3rd down, Mariota. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super toe.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room that if you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. 2nd down following the run. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right.
58.
Back near the goal line. Here's Rodgers. Coleman has it here right side. And they'll get him down up past the 15. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
We can talk about rookie quarterbacks and mistakes they make, but an 11-11 record and 24 touchdowns, 7 interceptions going into this weekend's games, that wasn't too bad.
Not bad at all. And understandably, a lot of people talking about Prescott and Wentz, but you say Cody Kessler deserves a little love.
I think so. He made his 6th start against Dallas, threw a touchdown pass, and continues to be accurate and tough in the pocket. Carson Wentz, I think, is still playing well, despite the fact the team's hit a little bit of a losing skid. But Dak Prescott threw 3 touchdown passes at Green Bay, threw 3 more against Cleveland last weekend.
So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. The catch made by Miller. It'll be a gain of 16 and give him a first down as well. So he makes the grab and the chains move forward.
Nice job by the offensive line, giving them time to complete that first down pass.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
It's really come into vogue to talk about the different gaps that a defense tries to attack in an offensive line. And most of the time we're talking about blitzes. How many times have you heard double A-gap blitz? Well, where is the A-gap? It's the space between the center and the guards, either side. So when you're having a double A-gap blitz, that's two guys coming through that gap. In this situation, though, that A-gap wasn't open for the defense to exploit. The offensive line took care of it, protected it, and moved the defensive guys out of the way to allow for that nice run.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. On play action, Rodgers. He's got time in the pocket. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Brandon Coleman, 54 yards. And the Giants add on to their lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Rodgers going to throw. And they don't get it. They tried for the two-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for two?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
A first down throw for Mariota. Going to throw right side here. Complete. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make this a second down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary. And I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and they're going to face a third down.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. Mariota now. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And that one good for some
football. Where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first.
Hey. 4 down.
Murray the lone setback. And he'll get it up the middle. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Mariota now on 2nd down. And a big loss is here as he's taken down. Grady Jarrett able to get in and bury him well behind the line for a loss of 17.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the
under pressure, and they got to him again. Grady Jarrett in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. And we saw it starting back in his rookie season. They've got to protect Mariota better.
Should be priority one, because I think that if they do protect him well, they've got an all-pro on their hands going forward. He's that type of a player. But if you don't, those hits will add up and decrease his efficiency.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Giants. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive.
Now, that's the way you want to start a drive. Talk about a tone setter as well as a playbook opener. Now, if you want to take a big shot over the top, you're all positioned to do so.
On play action, it's Rodgers. And a sideline pass. That's caught by Thomas. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Back now in Nashville. It's the Giants with the football and also the lead as we get set to start quarter number 4. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed, and that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
On second down, here's Rodgers. And his pass incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Well, they've gone backwards so far in this series, 3rd and 13. They send Thomas out to the right by himself. On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. He'll dump it off to Procise. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a gain of 6, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game. And there was a good opportunity that just went awry there, a drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
A second down throw here for Mariota. The catch is made by Kendall Wright. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really do the big plays.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. On 3rd and 1, here's Mariota. And this is going to be incomplete. He was looking for DeMarco Murray out of the backfield. Now 4th down. Here's Brett Kern now. Remember, though, he did have one blocked earlier. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Pulled in at the 24. Spinning past him. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. New York set to take the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Over the middle, it's Thomas. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Looking again for Thomas, this time complete. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
When you decide to run a hitch route, it really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. And he'll go right back to Thomas, complete again. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd down. And they're just a couple of yards shy of a 1st down here on 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
And the offense lining up 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
On 2nd down, Hyde. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, Brandon, what I'm seeing in this game so far, an offensive line that's establishing themselves well on the line of scrimmage, and they feel like they can keep pounding and pounding throughout this game in order to win.
If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. The catch made by Miller. And he's brought down after a good gain. The 21 yards there as they convert on third.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough. Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them. Here's Rodgers. And caught right Green. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, people there to get him down.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get to him quickly here. Stopped right around the 13. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. They'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. So now on 4th down, Rodgers will give way to Mason Crosby for the field goal. Now the holder's going to keep it. He's going to run for it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise. It's a turnover. The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. There's 2 sides here. I guess you could pinpoint and look at the offense and say, oh, man, what a disaster. Hey, the defense, though.
Preparation's the key to everything, and when you're on the defensive side of the ball, special teams meetings, you prepare for plays like this, and in this case, they were actually able to win it.
Mario's down, left side, and he'll go down just shy of the 25-4-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards, and that'll bring up a 2nd inches here. Now, on the signs, Douglas, and they'll take him 1-yard line. Gain there to change. Now for the they'll come out. Mariota. That is 3. Seth through the right. Throw here from right with it here. And he'll be brought at the 38 yards on the lead to a 30. Still on after that last. And on summation here. 3rd and Mariota. Hey. As he's midfield. 11 yards down front. Finding 10 line. Oh, and they were many times you hear described as a best play football in their hands. Sometimes you just swing it out in the flat. Make people miss. Left side. Off play number 7. On first, Mariota. Complete. And inside the tree. Give him, and it'll be a soft. It's moving. Mariota. About the 3 goes for sets him up. Mariota again. Caught down. So Holmes
The end zone.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy.